there lived a man named Tony. Tony had a very stubborn son named Daniel. Daniel was so stubborn, even his teachers were complaining. His parents enrolled him into a boarding school, hoping it will help him to correct this bad character. It didn't. Rather, it made it worse. Daniel always got beat up in school because he was stubborn and arrogant. He often insulted his mates and even his seniors. He was punished a lot for this. His parents were worried, and one day when Daniel was home for the holidays, his father called him and said, "My son, I would like to tell you a story." Daniel was excited to hear the story and urged his father to tell the story. So, Tony began. "I was the shortest boy in my final year in high school. I was also the youngest, but I was the most garrulous and playful. I was the most brilliant art student in class, the second most brilliant, only after my good friend, Daddy Battison, a science student, now a medical doctor. Whenever a teacher was not in class, I could engage the class all day in teasing, rapping, naming, and generally putting jokes on anybody and everybody. I loved having fun. I was really good at the English language, the confidence of a brilliant student, the skills of a scholarly eruditician, and the ability to manufacture and couch ugly words that best fit people. What was more, I was often paid by opponents to manufacture names, and once, named by me, such names stuck to the owner like a leech. To the admiration of myself and the humbling of the name owner, what gave me superiority over everyone was my huge capacity to laugh at myself, accept gleefully whatever got thrown at me, dust myself up, and move on. I was somewhat of a self-made hero. There was Brad Timpson, a classmate who terrorized all other classmates. He was short, stocky, and muscular, with a large head and a heavy bullish voice. His sight alone was petrifying. Everyone steered clear of him, and happily, for me, he had a distant respect for me. Probably because what my hands couldn't do, my mouth could more than deliver. Then, on a fateful day, someone paid me to carve a name for Brad, which I did. Here was my style. I drew a caricature of him on the blackboard and named it Angula. Angula is the name for vulture in a part of Nigeria, but vulture had nothing to do with this. However, the ugly sound of the word Angula perfectly matched the caricature on the board, which of course looked very much like Brad. It was ugly, menacing, frightful. To nail home the point, all I needed was the final, suggestive question from me. "Guys, who does Angula look like in this class?" Everyone laughed and shouted, "Brad!" Brad was very embarrassed by this, and he was quick to get furious. That was how the fight started. Brad, now Angula, pursued me all around the school, with the whole school erupting in cheers. They kept shouting, "Angulu! Angulu! Angulu!" Everyone was at our heels, screaming, yelling, clapping, singing, "Angulu! Angulu!" Eventually, he caught up with me and I gave him the fight of his life. Yes! Although everyone present said he gave me the beating of my life. Well, that's their opinion. It doesn't matter about the fight. Anyway, two funny ironies happened after the fight. I not only became a more popular hero, I even got higher payments to carve more names for more people. Perhaps that's why I'm a management consultant today. Then there was a third irony. As Brad said on himself, not me, and rained hard blows on himself, not me. Rather than concentrate on the fight, my mind kept flashing to the meaning of the new idiomatic expression our English teacher taught us that week. Never bite more than you can chew. "Did you learn anything from this story?" Tony asked his son. Daniel nodded and said, "Yes, Dad, I understand now. Thank you for telling me the story." This is applicable to all aspects of your life. Try to never bite off more than you can chew. Always take on only what you can handle. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe to see more from me.